Hello, everyone, and welcome to Session Zero Making the Cut, a Justice League Unlimited TTRPG Session Zero. Tonight is going to be all about building characters, talking about the different steps to character creation with a little bit of RP to lead into the mini series that'll be happening here starting next week called Justice League Unlimited One More Hero. I will be your editor, your game master for this system, Arc or Arc Light Court, and joining me tonight is 5 of the 6 heroes. The 6th, like a mystery and smoke in a dream, you will meet at a later time, though there is a nice little Easter egg of who they might be playing in their window tonight. Before we go around and introduce everybody, I got a little sponsored statement to make, and then we'll go through intros. Tonight, if you use exclamation JLU, all uppercase, you'll be able to see the link to the game-founded project from D20 Culture. D20 Culture is a Brazilian-based TTRPG game company that is creating, or actually has created, a Justice League Unlimited TTRPG, one where you get to create a hero or play as one of your favorite Justice League heroes in various different missions, campaigns, stories, all of the like. You could be Batman, Wonder Woman, Superman. You can play through as the Atom. You can join as Fire and Ice. You can play the Green Lantern. You can be Flash, Wally West, or Barry Allen. There are a handful of options, all available for everyone, as well as the opportunity to create your own hero. Tonight, and for the mini-series going on here on the channel, we are going to be using the Quick Play, which you can get access to at the link in the command exclamation JLU, where you can follow the game founded project for Justice League Unlimited, the TTRPG. And if you sign up to follow right now, you have the opportunity to collect a special D20. You can actually choose which D20 you get that will have the stamped logo of one of the 7 core Justice League members on the dice when you purchase your copy of the physical core rulebooks and everything available, which should be releasing, fingers crossed, we're hoping, July 21st, 2026. So thank you guys for joining us. Thank you, D20 Culture, for sponsoring this mini-series here on the channel. And now we get to introduce all of my amazing friends. Faces many of you here have seen before. Some have been waiting to be in a game that I am running, and others, we already went through this workbook not too long ago and had some conversations about it. So from the overlay, we will start right above me with the most recent addition to the family, though they've been with us for so damn long. This should have already happened. Cress, if you want to introduce yourself.
Hi everyone, my name is Cress, also known as Cresselia.np4. My pronouns are they/them, and I'm very, very excited to be playing in one of Arc's games. You guys have probably heard me in the background of streams and all that, and I'm really excited for this game, and I can't wait. So, thank you for having me.
Yeah, right above Cress, we got my brother of a great deal amount of time. At this point, blood couldn't make us any closer. Javante.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, non-binary finies and hellions of all walks of life. Welcome to the cult. My name is Javante. I am your resident TTRPG actual play gamer, streamer, anime 5e nerd, apparently, and also giant comic book fan. I love Arc. I love being in any game that Arc runs. I'm very, very excited for this. This is, not, I'm going to say a dream come true, but this is something that's been a long time coming for, I think, all of us, so.
Yes. Absolutely. Right next to that, another brother of mine. So close, so near, so dear, so fluffy and holdable and cuddleable Panda.
Hi, I'm Red Panda Cola, your local Nordic panda folk, and tonight I'm just hanging out with my homies. Excited to be able to get the chance to play this. I mean, like, as we've already done our roundtable, we've, given our 2 cents on it, but what better way to make it shine than to actually show how to build our characters, put our own little twist on things, make it shine the way that we want, and just bring attention to this game that I know there's a lot of people out there who've been wanting to play more DC-based games. So I'm gonna have some fun with it.
Absolutely. Hell yeah. Next to that, the artist formerly known as Lil Queso. Uh, uh, Once again, blood couldn't make us any closer at this point. That's my sister. That's my homie. That's my companion, my compadre. It is the Ray Wilds.
Hi, I'm Ray, otherwise known as the Ray Wilds. I exist on the internet. 9 times out of 10, someone around here will go, "Hey, you want to do this thing?" And I go, "Yeah." Or like Art hit me with the most cryptic message of my life, and I'm like, "Sure." And here we are.
It
Listen,
works.
it was a very it was just like, "Are you free these days?"
It
Picture
works.
of the Justice League. That was all I got.
And last but certainly not least, your holidays would not be complete without this member of the community and another friend joining the family ties that bind, a crust that cannot be broken, and a filling that was needed in order to make my heart whole. Pie.
Oh, wow, what an introduction. Hi everyone, I am Pi or Pie Guy. Yeah, I'm excited to be here, and if everything, I'm excited to be here. I've wanted to play in a Supers game with Ark for so long, let alone a sponsored Supers game. And I'm excited because not only is this going to be fun, it's DC, but also, like you said earlier, if everything stays on track, this game releases on my birthday?
Yeah.
This game releases on my birthday.
It's going to be so good. It's going to be so great. And unfortunately, not joining us tonight, but it almost adds to the mystery element of all of this. A fellow game designer and writer, a friend nonetheless. She came into our lives, she made an impact, she got shot in one of our games, and I almost went on a murderous rampage. Evie, also known as Roxas Buddy on the internet, is our sixth hero. They will be joining us for episode 1, but again, a little teaser of what character they might be playing is already in the window there. Now for the gathered heroes. We watch as a camera pulls away from Earth. The beautiful blues, greens, the shifted white clouds moving and dancing through the atmosphere as it continues to pull further and further away. Small bits of satellites, solar lenses, a few solar arrays as well. Wayne Tech Industries on the side of it. We see the watchtower, the mobile satellite headquarters, place of belief, trust, and faith in all of the world's greatest heroes. Or at least that's what everyone says, and what everyone believes. And today they're extending that belief. They're extending that faith and that trust. The people of Earth, this sector of the Green Lantern's Corps' security division, where the Martian Manhunter keeps safety in this solar system. We see a Green Lantern, a Martian Manhunter, and another figure standing before a large computer table. There doesn't look to be any visible keys actually raised from the top of it, but there's interactions going on. There are words being written, typed, moved. There are cursors moving between the non-existent screen, but images populating all over. The Martian Manhunter turns to John Stewart. These heroes, some of them, I believe, have earned that title. Others are still fighting for it. But they deserve a chance. One chance. John Stewart raises a ring. You see a green window appear where all of these other scenes are showing rescue operations, buildings falling and then stopping mid-air, smoke billowing out on a field as people are rushed between trees and stalks of wild grass. The small green window floating by. The silhouette. John turns to the third person there and says, well, this one's my vote. And I don't care what any of you have to say. I don't care what the Guardians have to say. They earned it. They deserve it. And if I had a chance, if I had the choice, it wouldn't even be a conversation. The third person. No suit. No hidden identity, especially not from the two people in front of him. Bruce Wayne extends a hand over the desk. And as he does, all other windows close. Even the window created by the power ring seems to shut off. As 6 other windows appear. Outlines, silhouettes, cities, some with names, lists of powers and capabilities, others with just a note. Acknowledged on the bottom left corner. And in those 6 files that we see move across the screen, our heroes tonight we'll be filling in that information. We'll be talking about the heroes you are bringing to Induction Day, to the tryout of the Justice League. Now, remember, your heroes are heroes. They want to be heroes. They chose to be heroes. And they do want to be a part of the Justice League. Anything outside of that, fair game. If you are a work rehabilitation mobster who is trying to make good on their criminal sentence because they realize the error of their ways, let's go with it. If you are secretly one of the other House of L survivors who was, ended up somewhere near the Sirius, solar system, and then you made your way here once you were fully realized, perfectly fine. Are you also Bruce Wayne's illegitimate child? Also fine. If you have a completely original idea, of course, that is all completely open and ready to go. I know somebody in this group already wants to punch me, but hey, we got to a better idea. We got to a good idea. We got to cross that bridge, and we'll just go ahead and jump over to that one. Javante, who at the core, who is your character? What is your character?
So, give me a moment because my wife is on the phone. Could you actually run through someone
Fair.
else real quick?
Absolutely. I'm going to pretend to roll a dice as if I haven't already decided who's going to go next. And then we'll go. Oh, would you look at that pie? Would you look at that?
Oh my god, would you look at that?
Who is your character?
So, I have a basic... I say basic when I wrote a whole thing in my phone notes app. So it's not basic whatsoever. But I have a basic idea for my character.
Okay.
Their name is Maximilian Powers. They are a pretty rich boy from Gotham who is inspired or was inspired by Batman to become a vigilante. Very much... I don't want to say dollar store Batman, but he's not a part of the Bat family.
Military surplus Batman.
Yeah, military surplus Batman. Picture if Batman had to buy all of his equipment and didn't have Lucius Fox, essentially. And for what we have in, here in the quick play, and what we're making, they're going to be a Dark Knight.
Yes, as their archetype.
Mm-hmm. Their origin is going to be metahuman.
Ooh, okay. Now,
And
fun thing here. for everyone who's also watching this, maybe in the future, maybe currently, maybe right now, there is a stipulation with Dark Knight when it comes to superpowers. Can you remind me and the community what that is?
Yes, I would love to remind you and the community what that is.
It'll be on page 13.
Yes. As a Dark Knight, I have feet on the ground. While I may be able to shoot beams from my eyes, command the elements, or fly, I can only have that with the only powers a Dark Knight may have above grade 1 are martial training and technology. So if I chose flight, I can only have tier 1 flight.
Okay.
Or if I chose laser beams from my eyes, I can only sting you. I'm not blasting you city blocks.
Fair enough. With that being the archetype, we want more of the focus to be on the martial arts, on the physical prowess and tool belt and utility aspects of that archetype, less so than what if Superman just put on the cape and cowl in Gotham. Nice. So do you know what superpower you want to have from Metahuman for your Dark Knight?
Do in fact know.
Ooh. Is it something you want to reveal tonight, or do you want to reveal that during episode 1?
I would love to reveal it tonight because the way this came about is very funny to me. I was talking with a friend about my character, and I was trying to figure out how did my metahuman powers come to be, because I know it could be through accidents or your great stress or things like that. And I decided that my character, his powers probably manifested watching Batman. You know how people chase tornadoes? My character chases Batman. He wants to go find and be in the action. That's how much he believes in Batman. So it came about that I asked my friend, hey, how should my character gain flight? I originally thought, maybe something happened during a battle between Batman and the Joker, the classic. The classic. Maybe the laughing gas triggered something or something like that. But my friend decided on something very hilarious. He said, you should have your character gain their powers during a battle between Batman and the Penguin. For one reason, and one reason alone. When you gain flight during their battle, Penguin sees my character flying and goes, "It should have been me."
I can rock with that. I can absolutely vibe with that. And you now have a dedicated rogue in your gallery at this level of the game already. So awesome. So we know that you want to go Dark Knight. We know that you're going metahuman. We know that power is flight, even though it can only be at grade 1. Awesome. I love that. And then, so we'll hold there, and I'm going to roll a dice, and I'm going to pretend like I haven't already decided who's going to go next. And now let's go ahead and see. Ray!
Hi. Hello.
Ray, what do we see as far as information on your character as this file populates?
I have a name, the identity, and her archetype.
Okay. I like that.
Outside of the Google Doc of her backstory, because whenever I make a character, the backstory somehow comes first. It's fine.
It's necessary. I get it.
So I will be playing a delightful person named Nova Valentine, who has the ability to bend light. And she gained that ability because of a lab accident, to put it lightly. So,
I get it. Oh,
that's what happened a lot. So I don't know if her origin should be metahuman or just the metahuman power kit, or if that's the same thing.
Metahuman power kit is a part of metahuman. So the three options that they have is human, Kryptonian, and then metahuman. So if you got powers, you're metahuman.
She's a meta.
Cool. And then archetype. Do you know which one you're leaning towards? We have 4
Yes.
options. Which one?
Genius.
Genius. I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm so in. I'm
I
here
figured
for
if
this.
she's in a lab to get hit by a lab accident, she had to be smart enough to get into the lab.
Also true. Also true. And this could even be without having to take the power itself, or the knowledge trait in and of itself. Maybe this is also something that has to do with that bending and controlling of light. You've moved those light signals of your synapses, and that has also given you this like greater than previous intellect compared to before.
Yeah, because the way I'm looking at it, she can see like the various spectrum of light waves, and that's how she processes information so fast now.
She's got fiber optic.
Yeah.
I'm in. I'm so in. Now, you do see the balance act with genius on page 14. There is a little bit of a downside, but I think it also makes sense for what you just described with how they take in information. Is called overthinking.
Yeah, sometimes you freeze while considering the countless possible outcomes. You suffer disadvantage on your initiative rolls.
So, taking in all of the information from all the various frequencies of light and wavelengths, that could be the reason why when immediate moment response, there is that, give me a second, I'm still processing all of the information of this space.
Yeah, too much information, not enough time.
Yeah.
To go through it.
And then at the level that we will be building characters, everyone here, you have a choice. You can have your character be a C tier or a D tier hero. So D tier is year 1. Like, you've just got your powers, that you've only had them for a short period of time. You've only just started your journey into being a hero. And then C tier is the local hero. People in your city, or at least maybe even just the neighborhood and town that you're a part of, they know who you are. They started the first, blogs and fan posts and quick TikTok edits of your character on the internet, but haven't really reached the rest of the country yet. But you are known. There is some kind of information about you being a hero out in the world, and you've done this for at least a little bit of time. So you have the choice. You have the options to either play as a D tier or a C tier. It does give you, if you're C tier, it is obviously going to give you a little bit more points to spend. It is going to give you a little bit more resolve, defense, attack bonus, all of those kind of things. But your damage dice is still the same. It's still the same damage that you're dishing out. Attribute limit does go up a little bit more, but not by very much, because your attributes increase by points of 3 anyways. And your power grades are still at the same limit. You can still only get to a maximum of grade 2. So it is purely up to personal preference in this. D20 Culture ran 2 one-shots recently on their own channel. You can find those on YouTube if you would like, using the system. And they had characters that were D tier, C tier, A tier, and B tier, all on the same team working together. So they had Damian Wayne, they had Wavelength, they had Cyborg, and they had Alan Scott Green Lantern, all as a team. And they were all from various tiers on the power level, but it still works the same. You're all working together. One person's abilities will be greater in a scenario than another's, and approach and conversation and role play, all of those things come into this. But for the sake of this, whichever level you want to play your character at, you are free and available to. Yes.
Question.
Pi.
May I ask a question, teacher, before you roll the invisible die and continue to the next person?
It's not It's a real dice. It's right here. It's real. I'm really
okay.
rolling it. I just know the outcome before it's done.
Since we can choose either of the tiers here, in the PDF in the book that we have, it says when you choose your archetype at tier D, you gain 2 abilities from it. Is it the same for tier C as well? We pick 2 from our archetype.
Yeah, you still only get 2 of the abilities from your archetype, regardless of if you're a D tier or C tier.
Okay. Thank you. I bring my hand back down, and you may roll your die.
All right, let's roll the absolutely real and fully substantial and existing die for the predetermined person to tell us about their character, Javante.
Hi. So yeah, hopefully you don't just hear me and not also my wife. Yeah, you did kind of talk about a little about this character, but there's been some changes. I am indeed going to be playing a Kryptonian, because that is an option for characters. Where's my book? Where'd you go? There you are. So, origin-wise, she is a Kryptonian. She did land in Gotham. Very specifically, though, she was taken in by the Falcone family, also known as the biggest mafia family of Gotham. She is specifically regarded as the daughter of Sophia Falcone, and is trying to get a grasp and a hold of her powers so that she doesn't accidentally destroy things. But her name, as I pull up the names that I was going to use, there you are, she is Viola Bulletproof Falcone.
Yes. I love it. I need it. And I am here for it. So we've got Bulletproof, the mobster Kryptonian of Gotham City. So do you know which of the powers that you want to start with from the Kryptonian power kit?
She is going to start with super strength.
Okay. And then from there, do you know which archetype you're thinking of using?
Yes. I've been sitting here thinking about it, and she is going to go with the enraged archetype.
Ah, yes. Perfect for the Mafia Kryptonian. With the example of collateral damage, you hit first and ask questions later. In a scene, you cannot help civilians until the threat has been completely neutralized.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Now, with this in mind, as you have mentioned, they are connected to a very powerful crime family in Gotham. Why did they make the turn to being a hero? And as such, why are they trying to join the Justice League?
So, there are 2 reasons. Number 1, she is dedicated to the family, but she doesn't know the harm the family does. She only sees the good they've provided. Her view of the Falcones is Carmine giving a Thanksgiving dinner to a poor downtrodden family. She's seen Sophia go to grand galas and donate money to charities, not knowing the course of laundering and things like that. So to her, the Falcone name means hero, and she just wants to bring that to everybody. The other side of it is there's not a lot of metahumans in Gotham. Quote, there's not a lot of metahumans in Gotham. So to her, the best chance for her to learn how to use her powers for good and effectively, and to study under great heroes, is to go to the place that has all of the great heroes.
Okay, I can vibe with that. And from just specifically an RP aspect of this, how do you think your character will respond when the other members of the Justice League inform her what that family does?
Completely confused. Completely
Fair.
confused and in a bit of denial. She's naive, I'm going to say. She's not dumb, but she's naive.
Believing in the better of people.
Yeah, she fully believes in the better of people, often to the detriment of herself.
And that you have a bat over here who is likely tangled with the Falcones.
Yeah, she probably 100% is like, that's the criminal.
A literal vigilante.
Yeah, nothing he did is legal. He has guns.
That's why I'm bulletproof. That guy right there. Oh, I love it. All right. Well, we now have a mobster Kryptonian file from Gotham, which explains why Bruce isn't in a uniform at the Watchtower currently, because he was probably the one who went to this mobster Kryptonian and said, "This is, from Wayne Industries, blood tests or things that were done." And
To note, she also 100% does not know she's a Kryptonian.
this would be the introduction to that was Bruce Wayne, amidst a medical condition that was brought up, comes to the family and goes, "This is what was found. Superman has asked me to personally invite you to come up and see others like yourself and share your heritage and understanding with someone like yourself." Which again will explain why Bruce was here, not in Batman garb, because he just delivered that letter. We roll the completely real and not 100% already predetermined dice to see who's going next. Panda!
Hi.
I have to save my DC comic fanatic to be last because I know we're going to go on a spiel about some information with this one.
Oh, that is absolutely fair. So, I have most of a name. I have an alias.
Mm-hmm.
I have a power set, although I will be reflavoring it a tiny bit because you can always add flavor.
Always.
And I know the archetype
All right,
because
let's
I feel
hear
it's
it.
very fitting. So, the name is going to be... Actually, I got the full name. Torvald Sigurdsson.
Okay.
His alias Dreki. For those who might get the reference. I will not be saying the reference. His power set will be meta. However, kind of reflavoring it to be something a little more. Because at the moment, we don't quite have the full spectrum of possibilities. So, I know we have plenty of Greek pantheon representation out there. I have a particular, very obvious affinity towards a different pantheon out there, more Nordic. So I'm kind of thinking he has a connection to maybe Balder.
Okay.
Which is maybe not light bending, but definitely light based.
Mm-hmm.
But he decides to go with Trekkie because it's more attached to a different creature altogether. I know
Can
I'm being
agree.
very cryptic. Let me just
It's okay.
be straight up. He's more draconic in nature. Much like, the famous, most known ones, Fafnir, Jormungandr, Nidhogger, but kind of leaning more towards the not so bad part. As for archetype, champion of tomorrow.
We got a champion of tomorrow. Let's
Because
go.
if he's linked to that particular god, Baldur is meant most beloved and is known to bring hope because he was the light.
I like that. And with that, being the
I also
champion
have a
tomorrow,
city.
you have a code of conduct
Yep.
specific to this archetype. This code is your compass, and if you break it, you lose all of your resolve points. Which one of those codes are you choosing to follow?
Protection.
Protection. You must always
Hey.
prioritize the rescue of innocents. As long as people are in danger in the game, you must save them before doing anything else.
Absolutely.
It's just the opposite of mine.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
It is the 100% opposite of the mobster Kryptonian bulletproof. We have the Nordic dragon Dreki, who can't fight
wait to see
anyone
this.
until people are safe. And the Kryptonian can't save anyone until they finish beating up whoever is there.
Hell yes. I'm so
Yep.
excited.
I think I also know what two of my abilities will be. I think Inspiring Presence would be one, and No One Gets Left Behind. Because
I like
no one
that.
gets left behind plays into the protection thing,
Mm-hmm.
and the Inspiring Presence is like, well, he's a beacon of light. Even if he looks more beastly, he's like a beacon of light to those who need protection.
The people around him, the people who
Mhm.
depend on him to be the champion of tomorrow. I love it. I like it. I want to see more of this. I can't wait for it. And then we can roll the dice. Or we can just say, "Hello, Cress.
Hi.
Let's
Well,
do this."
Roll it anyways. Roll it anyways.
All right, let's roll it anyway. Oh, Javante has to go again. Oh, no.
Oh no.
So anyways,
Cress,
Yes.
homie,
Hi.
what's the vibes?
You know me. Okay. I'll be honest. So, I'm very new to TTRPGs, so for me, but I bring the DC knowledge to make up for it. So, my character's name is Mari, and she is from Poseidonus because I've been dying to play an Atlantean for so long. So she's an Atlantean, and I think I would love for her. The concept I kind of had in mind was kind of like a local idol almost. Like, I liked her being an entertainer and that kind of being her legacy. And like, just, I really wanted to play a very cutesy, bright character because I feel like I haven't had the chance to. So I really wanted to do someone really fun. And so that's my main concept. I was looking through the archetypes. I think that lends most to Champion of Tomorrow. Because I think she's the opposite of a Dark Knight. She's not.
I'm not that
she's not like
brooding.
that.
That's
she's
just a
there.
costume.
Exactly. She's there for funsies and she's there for a good time. And I like the idea that a lot of her story comes from wanting to uplift others and kind of be this like bright spark. And so that's what I think.
Yes.
So, and I would love for her to be somewhat jellyfish related because moon jellies are my favorite. And that's my concept so far.
Let's do
That's
it.
my girl.
Okay, so
Hell yeah.
Champion of Tomorrow. Important
Yes.
question. Code of conduct. Which code are you choosing to set the example, to render onto Caesar, or protection?
I definitely think set the example. I think she does see herself as like a public figure. And so
Okay.
that is such a big thing for her, like especially her image and all that. So she wants to make sure that she's not the type to like go in with a lot of violence and all that. So unless she has to.
Give people the opportunity to choose a different option.
Exactly.
Don't have to keep doing this. I don't have to keep hitting you. My friend is an angry Kryptonian mobster who won't stop hitting you if you
Listen.
don't stop.
It's not
They're
gonna
not
be
afraid to break
me.
kneecaps.
I love it. We've got, and this is also perfect for all of this as well, because we have so many different things here that once the core rulebook does come out, July 21st, possibly, please, absolutely, D20 culture. Let's stay on the wheel. Let's stay on the road. We're so close
Give me
to
a
getting
birthday
it.
release. Give me a birthday release.
We could come back after the miniseries, recreate everyone's characters as A-tier versions of themselves, and maybe even be the stepping into the seats at the table of the Justice League when we have the full books, to be able to give them all of the things that they would be looking towards, like Atlantis, like the Atlantis things, like some of the light control could be from the energy projection abilities from Green Lantern, more of the animalistic transformations, or even some of the other gods, like the new god stuff could be in there as well. Gotham's got to have every toolkit, and there's going to be so much more equipment in this book available for us. And Mobster Kryptonian is already perfectly built, doesn't need anything else. She is perfect baby, and will succeed at everything. See, you compliment him when he can't respond so that he can't deny it. That's how you do it.
And yeah, like you said, like when the full book comes out, I'm sure we'll have Aquaman, so I'm sure this character can legit be made as an Atlantean.
Yeah. And so, other side to that, or for metahuman, did you get a chance to look at the superpowers, Cress, and figure
I did
out...
a quick look, but I haven't decided on anything because I'm indecisive.
Fair. They do have so in grade 1 for animal mimicry, you get everything that's listed under grade 1, and we can even rename some of those to fit more of the aquatic creature types.
Yes, I would love that.
There we go.
I think that'd be super sick.
And then we can have a deeper dive conversation with Ray. See, look, all these puns coming up now. Deep dives with Ray. Aquatic creatures. We could flex some of that knowledge from the amazing degrees and all the stuff that my sister has accomplished.
Woo!
You guys ever needed an instructor or somebody to take diving photography for you, hit up my sister. She's amazing. Anyways, there's so many cool options, so many cool things in here, especially when it comes to superpowers. We know one of our metahumans is going with flight, though they are spending more of their points in martial arts and technology. Pi, did you take a look at technology and figure out which one of those you're really leaning towards?
So I did. So I can have martial training and technology above grade 1 if I wanted. I'm probably leaning heavily into martial training.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna go heavy into listen, idolize Batman, want to be a part of the Bat family. I feel like I'd be missing out if I didn't make him a swordsman.
Make him a swordsman. Okay.
Yep. So just imagine, fighting alongside the mobster Kryptonian and the idol from Atlantis and the dragon is Batman, who's just rushing you down mid-flight with a sword.
Just flying from the heavens with a claymore for some reason.
Yeah.
It's not even clean. It's not
a
even
Buster
clean.
sword.
It's like there's etchings on the side of
Oh,
it
look,
that he
it's
did on his
Cloud.
own.
Everyone else by the book should be like the ones you do, it's a bird, it's a plane, it's them. But no, I feel like the weirdest person here is probably Batman flying
With a sword.
with a sword.
Is that a bird? Is that a plane? No, it's a helicopter. No, it's me with a sword coming
With a
to fight
big
you.
You either need like the Sephiroth sword, where it's like a super long sword, or you need the Buster sword.
We
Little
will
rapier.
we will put this together. We will figure out how to do this.
Which
Now you
I
do
will-
get everything that is underneath grade
Yeah.
1 from swordsman. So that is singular
Yeah.
weapon, 2-weapon fighting, sudden charge, violent attack, defensive stance, and precise attack. So you'll get all of those at grade 1.
I do choose 2 to be active.
Yes, you do choose 2
Um,
to be active, but you do have access to that whole list to choose from.
And despite earlier me saying that, revealing my character will have flight, I do think when we start our session 1, whether our characters know each other or not, it will for the most part not be known, because I really like the idea, not just for the funnies, of someone showing up looking like Batman and suddenly he starts flying like Superman.
Yes. Yes. Love this. We will definitely make that that will be a scene. That will be a thing that happens there. And I think we have 2 people from Gotham. Dreki, are you just are you from Norway? Are you from Iceland? Are you from Greenland? Are you
No, we don't have enough New England representation in DC Comics, I feel. So I'm tossing up between. Hold on, I gotta look at our Discord because I know I put it in there as an option. Sec.
Well, while
Either Ivytown, but either in Massachusetts, like it was in one, because that was one that was kind of, little. What's the word I'm looking for? Wasn't quite nailed down specifically where it was, because some of them like to use it as another way of looking at Boston.
Okay.
Others specifically made it as across from another town that is most known for having the Atom, 2 of them coming from.
Yes. I like having it be from Ivytown, because then that can also be we could also put a root of Yggdrasil be in Ivytown. Have that be like that's where one of the exposed roots are, and just there are very, very, very few people who might actually know that, and with as connected to their heritage and their bloodline, Dreki would know that, and that's why they became such a protective force in this area for the people there and for this root of Yggdrasil that is in Ivytown. Our Gothamites have to know each other. They have to know each other.
Yes.
Yeah, I unfortunately, did I just hear Superman?
There's a chance.
I feel like this is the Batman Superman. We're just doing Batman Superman. That there has to be us knowing each other. It has to be a thing. You're the Superman to my Batman. I'm the Batman to your Superman.
I unfortunately also see it as a very, because she doesn't really know how to use her powers properly, a lot of what she does to help is very extreme. The counterintuitive thing of, oh, that's a car with no brakes, speeding down the hill. I have an idea. Picks up another car and throws it at that one. More than likely, they have run into each other.
and unfortunately, this was decided previously, but now I get to say this as revenge against you for doing it to us. My character has been decided to be a flirt. So you're gonna get flirted with, homie.
Okay.
Let's go.
It's not the first time this has happened to me.
Which is why something that Crest said earlier. What is it? What's the ship name?
Listen, if we're gonna get Superbat in here,
Yeah, there it
Listen.
is.
listen.
He will not know how to
And
respond.
then they were roommates.
Yeah.
And
So
then
They were
roommates.
city mates, actually.
yeah. So get ready for Pretty Boy from Gotham trying to be Batman, trying to not only stop the mobster Kryptonian from blowing everything up, but also flirting with them.
So we got enemies to lovers, we got Superbat, we got Sun and Moon. Guys, we got it all. We got it all.
Everything.
Got
the
it
whole
all?
way. The name of this ship is City Mates.
The fan
There you go.
fiction is writing itself.
It's writing
Yep,
itself.
City Mates.
It's
Oh,
right.
there we
I'm
go.
writing it right now.
It has
There
already
we
been
go.
put together.
The plot line is already drafted up.
Fantastic.
Because yeah, I'm definitely seeing them like my character, which I actually I do have their superhero name, which I'll say for everyone. Their superhero name is Flight Knight, FlightKnight.
Flight Night.
Yes.
Oh
Love
my
that.
god.
That's amazing.
Yes.
So,
their ship
so
name
my
is
joke
also
wasn't
Flight
far
Proof.
off.
Oh, I need this.
Yes. So his name is Flight Knight.
Hey, can someone
And-
please draft the fan fiction and have the first chapter
I
please
got
be
it.
called
I got
Bullet
you.
Night?
I got you.
See, here's the thing. Here's
Ray,
the
we
thing.
can collab.
You think
You
some
mean-
of us are joking about the fanfic.
Y'all, if anyone knows me, y'all know
Oh.
So
This
so
is gonna be great.
So what I'm hearing is the secret session 4 of this series is going to be reading the fanfiction.
Bro.
Hey,
Like,
That'll be
give
for
me
the
a word
Patreon.
limit.
Yeah,
Give me a word count. I got
I
you.
definitely picture Flight Knight having ran into what was it? What was your
Bulletproof.
running into Bulletproof while trying to stop the Falcones and like, no, you do not realize who you're working for.
The angst will be there. Do not worry. If we need angst, guys, I got you.
The
We're
absolute
good.
confusion of
I got
working
you.
for who? That's my mom.
Your
Bulletproof
cousin would not
princess.
approve.
The Bulletproof Princess and the Flight Knight. Oh my!
Hold, someone write that
God.
down. Someone write that down.
Write it
That's
down,
that's
write
exactly.
it down.
I got it.
There's a
Write it
title.
down.
We gotta keep going. We gotta keep going here. All right, so Ray, we know the character. We know that we have the idea of their powers. We know that they're playing the genius. Is your character connected to any of the various like Star City Labs, Cadmus Labs, Queen Industries, any of those? Are they connected to any of the other heroes?
She works. She's from Central City, works in Star Labs. That is how she got caught in a reactor.
Ooh, okay. See, and this is another thing that is so beautiful about this, is some of us have already run and been in a DC game together, in one way or another. So there can be references to heroes that we know exist in that area as part of this to help bring those worlds together for our own canon, our own thing, like Roulette, like Code Red, like Grimoire. We have Orpheus because this Gotham is here, so who's to say that another, hand sniper rifle assassin doesn't make an appearance at these tryouts? We'll talk. Okay, so we have Star City, we have Star Labs connection there. We have the root of Yggdrasil in Ivy Town, which led to Drekkies, further pushing themselves to be that champion of tomorrow. We have the Bulletproof Princess and the Flight Knight. And we have our Atlantean. Now, our Atlantean idol. Does the royal family know you're doing this?
Probably not.
Ooh.
I feel like
So-
I would love for there to be some sort of connection with Mara. 'Cause I
Mhm.
feel like she's very underrated. Would love for her to be totally like trying to hide it from because she's like, no, I'm not. No, I'm studying. I'm studying a lot. I'm doing a lot, Mara. You know, she's out there having a good time.
Now, sweetheart, I know that you're capable of becoming like many of the animals here. Opens a closet, and there are mermaid tails for costumes set in the closet. Like, and
Hey,
what are these for?
I picked up a hobby, and the hobby is costume making.
Costuming. I love this idea. Okay, so now is there anyone from the royal family who would be supporting this? Who is the reason why you were like the recommendation went through and you accepted it? Who is the reason why you accepted it?
It'd be Calder, because I like the idea that her and Calder are very close, um, because of their connections in Poseidonus and all that. And with him and his connection to the Justice League, I just like the idea of him being like, "Hey, you could be a hero, you know." And she's like, "Huh?" And
You're
it's
already
a
doing it. Why
exactly,
not
and it's in
take
a
it to the
larger
next step?
capacity. Exactly.
The king will be there, and you can show that you are doing more and you are trying to be more. This could be a great opportunity. And then you
Exactly.
won't have to hide it anymore.
And then I can be a real idol on the surface.
There's a conflict of interest thing to becoming a publicly supported entity while you're also kind of a member of the Justice League. But we could figure that whole thing out.
Hey, we
Booster
can
Gold really ruined it for everyone else, okay?
listen. Booster Gold can go away. There's a reason Superman doesn't like it. Just saying.
He does get the ad revenue, though.
He does.
He does know how to shill and get those sponsorships for everybody. We can say that. But now, with that in mind, and everyone who has now seen and gotten the ideas and has started to formulate all these things, do you guys know what tier you want your heroes to be in? Do you want them to be D tier or do you want them to be C tier? We'll go in reverse order. So let me grab the dice from my desk and throw it into my hand. Cress, go ahead.
Okay, so I was a little torn between the two because if considering she is a bit of a public figure, I thought maybe local hero would be better, but also since she's kind of new to the whole hero business, I don't know if year one would be better for suited for her. So I was kind of torn between the two.
It could
But
be her first year being an actual hero, where before stepping into maybe something happened at a show or at a performance that led to the start of being a hero
yes,
to do
I like that.
year one.
I
If that
do
makes
like
you
that,
more
then.
comfortable that way.
Yes, I do like that.
Hey, maybe you did a show in Gotham that Penguin attacked that I just so happened to be at.
And that's how you started flying.
Yep.
And then again, we'll go revert. Oh, Panda.
D tier, because I honestly think with his power set and being kind of protecting Yggdrasil, I feel maybe he's got a lot of experience at that point. Because it's I'd imagine quite a few things are trying to get to that route in particular, and he's been having to constantly do his best to protect that and other people who might be getting caught in the crossfire.
So D tier for that.
C tier.
C tier. Got it. Let's go. And then again, we'll go. Oh, there. Oh, would you look at that, Javante?
Selecting my tier.
Yep.
I think she's also a D tier.
Also year one.
Yeah, I think that she genuinely is starting off. Like this is her stepping out point.
Oh yeah. The finding out they're Kryptonian and then being invited to be with the other Kryptonians. This is year one. This is
Yes.
is
This
the
is her,
genuine kickoff to everything.
Yes.
Love it, love it. And then, off the desk into the hand we go. Ray.
Um, I think so. I want to do C tier,
Okay.
but my reasoning behind it is because in my head she's just that smart. I think she figured it out quickly.
I'm here for it. I vibe with
Like
it entirely. That
she just
that
figured
taking
out
of
how to do her stuff
information.
fast.
She's got the multimedia sponsorships posting to the internet algorithms already been figured out. They have articles running about her in Gotham City and Coast City at the same time. Everybody's heard of Nova at this point because Nova knows information. Nova knows how to get it out there.
Which is funny considering one of the genius things, I can literally just go on a tangent once per
And it
thing.
works. And it works. I think that's the one that gives you the plot point, doesn't it?
I think so.
Blabology. Once per issue, when you encounter
Yeah.
advanced technology, an ancient tale, a strange substance, or something similar, you may launch into an extended scientific explanation. When you do, you gain 1 plot point.
Which means at some point I am going to fit in a very random jellyfish rant. Fair warning.
And I want true, accurate scientific information when that rant happens.
I will
So-
do research and give a full dissertation.
If
I've
you
got
need
another-
any, oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
If you need any information on energy balance and light manipulation, and all that is, physics is my favorite thing.
I was
I
gonna
got
say
you, Misty.
for the science part, Ivy Town specifically has a university.
Mm-hmm.
Nova could have easily gone around for whatever reason,
Yep.
and somebody else with light powers isn't exactly something you miss.
No.
Yeah, she's kind of bright. Just
My friends are super bright. And then we
Oh,
go
you.
all the way back. Would you look at that number one pie? We think it's C tier. We think it's D tier. Which one are you thinking?
I was originally thinking year 1, tier D. Like he's fresh out. He just got his powers. He's starting early. Everything's new to him being a vigilante. But then our Kryptonian chose year 1. And I feel like if I want to put up and go toe to toe with a Kryptonian, I'm a local hero. I'm a bit above grade. I've been around for a while. I'm trying to get Batman's attention. I've been here. Even if I don't get Batman's attention, I'm trying to get Nightwing's. I'm trying to get attention from the Bat family. So even if it's not all of Gotham, in my little square of Gotham, they know me. I've been here for a while.
There we go. This all genuinely makes sense. Every step of it, everybody's little bit of lore, everybody's things here, perfect, amazing, love it.
I also get a plot point because I have prep time. I'm going with prep time from my archetype.
Ooh. Plot points are great. Don't forget, every one you spend, I get an editor point.
And remember, everyone, folks, with prep time, Batman can beat anyone.
But can Flight Knight finally ask Bulletproof to prom?
We'll see. I spend my plot. Hold on. I gotta remember what the plot points do. Let's see. I spend one of my plot points to rewrite the script, and it was successful.
I did succeed.
Yes, I did succeed. Exactly.
Now, fun thing, that is a part of this that I would like our whole crew here to know, even though one is currently not at the table, it's fine. We got this. This system also includes something that is called the Doomsday Clock. So, during rescue operations or times and moments where civilians are at stake, the Doomsday Clock comes into effect. Now, depending on how large, how many people are involved, what is the end circumstance, what is the best circumstance, decides how many parts this clock is broken into. Now, with the Doomsday Clock, this will take place during initiative. So on everybody's turn, things will move or adjust on the clock. If you start helping move civilians out of the way, protect them, provide shelter, give instructions, things of that nature, you can set the Doomsday Clock back. If you fail at your skill tests or in combat against the enemies, the clock will tick forward. You can spend your turn using your actions to do anything possible to protect, to save, to de-escalate, to defuse the situation, and those actions will go towards helping set the clock back. But the villains will always be trying to push the clock forward. If the clock ever reaches the maximum number of whatever the situation calls for, a simple bank robbery for a team of heroes this large would be maybe about a 5-part clock. If it gets to all 5, the robbers succeeded, they were able to take whatever it is they needed, and got away without a problem. If you're able to stop it, the clock never progresses to 5, and you're able to save the civilians in the bank, stop them from stealing whatever it was they were trying to steal, and continue forward with the mission and everything of that nature. During the miniseries, our players won't see it for themselves, but everyone who will be watching will see in the far right, my camera's flipped so that way, where you see the D20 Culture logo from our sponsor. When we are in a Doomsday Clock scenario, the Doomsday Clock will be there, and you will be able to track and follow along with what's happening as everything goes down. So you'll be able to see just how far along the clock is. Where our players will only hear and have to either peek in on stream themselves or keep track of it as well. The Doomsday Clock is important. So are those plot points that we were just talking about. If you haven't looked at the section in the book, I do believe it is like page 12 or page 7, 6 and 7. So plot points. If you have a plot point, you can spend the plot point. Every time you spend one, you choose one of the effects that are listed there. 1. And when you do, you give me an editorial point. We'll get to the editorial point part in just a second. But with the plot point, you have guaranteed success, like Pi mentioned earlier. You have plot armor, where you can survive an attack that definitely should have been the end. And you describe how you narrowly escape, or you negate the effect and attack. You can rewrite the script or retcon that moment or this area with the "I'm prepared for this," revealing you've been carrying a specific item all along. Luckily, I know someone, an old ally or a contact unexpectedly appears to offer help. Or wait, I know their weakness. You remember a crucial detail revealing a new temporary limitation on the villain. Power increase. You could push beyond the limits, spend 1 to 3 plot points, and then treat one of your powers as though it were 1 grade higher. And then introduce a fact. Add a convenient detail to the scene to spend a plot point and declare a plausible fact about the environment that gives you an advantage during that scene. So these are all things that your plot points can be spent on. But like I said, every plot point you spend gives me an editorial point. I can only use 1 editorial point per scene, but they're a bit more dangerous, we'll say. But for every time you use a plot point, we roll a d20. If I do believe. Oh, no. If you use a plot point, we roll a d6. If the number on the die is equal to or less than the number of plot points used that game, we trigger the crisis die. The crisis die is I roll a d20, and there are things like power loss. Until the end of the issue, the group of heroes lose all of their powers. Powers that do not depend on external sources or genetic factors such as martial arts still remain, though. You can get I Evil. A dark version of one of the heroes appears. You can get Villain Ally. An enemy temporarily joins the group. You can also get Heroic Betrayal. An ally of the heroes turns against them. You can get It Was an Illusion. That everything that happened in the last scene was all an illusion. Created by magic, holograms, or even memory manipulation, and everything is completely different. All the way to new powers. The heroes develop new abilities until the end of the issues. They gain a new power chosen by the editor for the entire rest of that issue. The Crisis Die adds a whole new level of plot shenanigans to incur. There could be an infinite crisis. There can be a new 52. There could be new gods. We can go to the past. We could jump to the future. We can even have an alien invasion if needed. But that's the crisis die. For every plot point you guys spend, I will receive an editorial point. The editorial points can only be spent once per scene, but this is just to show you all the power that is then levied against you. Editor's note. The editor adds an immediate twist to the scene. Think of one of those moments in comic books where everything seems fine, the villain has been defeated, and the day has been saved. Then something happens. Henchman, a clone, or even an even more powerful villain. There are countless possibilities. This is my true form.
Captain Bolo.
Captain Bolo. That will always be my go-to for that. This is my true form. The form of the villain has held up until now was not their final one. In truth, they were holding back all along. This is their real and more powerful form. He has a new trick. The villain reveals they have a power or piece of equipment that had not been previously made use of. A villainous monologue that allows them to recover all of their resolve points, or introduce a surprise element. A mysterious figure enters the scene, not necessarily as an enemy. They may be a rival of the villain, a civilian with a secret, or a third faction. This is what I get to do with the plot points after you spend them. So, I am not trying to tell you not to use your plot points. I want you to use the plot points whenever you get them. I want you to aha the moment. I want you to have prep time. I want you to have the gadget you need. I want you to succeed. Hell, have plot armor. Because there's so many cool things that can happen if you do. Now, does anybody have any other questions?
I have one small one.
Go for it.
With the powers, do we just pick one like energy blast? Do I just pick energy blast and go with that, or do you pick more than one power?
So with the elemental elemental manipulation, where you get elemental ray and elemental shield at grade 1, when you spend you spend 5 packs to get grade 1 in elemental manipulation, you'll choose an element, and then you get both of those grade 1 abilities. And then if you want the grade 2 options, which is the elemental propulsion and elementalize, you'd spend another 5 packs to get grade 2. And then you'd have elemental ray, shield, propulsion, and elementalize as that. Energy blast, its own separate one. You spend the 4 packs, you get energy blast grade 1. If you spend another 4 points, you get grade 2, and you get that brutal blast with it as well.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's all I had.
I actually do have a question.
I have
So
an answer, hopefully.
for both of the tiers, tier D, your defense is 15. Tier C, your defense is 18.
Mm-hmm.
That's the base, and then we add our resistance to that whenever we're making a roll.
Yes.
Okay, so it's a defense would be for a local hero
18.
18 plus your resistance plus your modifier.
Yes.
Okay, so when you roll your defense, you're adding the total of all of that.
Yes.
Okay. Oh boy, how hard are the villains gonna hit?
It's pretty high. It's pretty high up there. But I'm not.
Okay.
I won't reveal who the villain or villains you will be facing in the near future are. But what I can tell you is, again, you are trying out. You are in the induction ceremony of the Justice League, and what you all are aware of is a part of that is doing a rescue mission. You know that it is staged. You know that the people out there are there evaluating you. Some of them are heroes. Some of them are members of like police forces from the various cities you've all worked with and been a part of. Some of them in the militaries. They're there to see and evaluate the capabilities of those who are trying to be a part of the Justice League. That's currently all you know.
And we know that I've upset the penguin.
We do know you have upset the Penguin. We do
Yes,
know
I've
that.
hurt his feelings.
He
because
is
I
in the
can
rogue
fly.
gallery.
And
He
he
took
can't.
that personally.
Yeah, he took him making someone else fly very personally.
Very
Yes.
personally.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, is this monocle penguin or is this glass bottle in the eye penguin?
This
Two
is
different penguins.
This is Monocle Penguin.
Okay, because those are two very different penguins.
Yes, this is Monocle Penguin. This is the Adventures of Batman, all drawn on black paper animated series, Justice League Unlimited, Justice League, Heroes. That version of Penguin, little bit better gadgetry, little bit better stuff, but for the most part, Monocle.
But still sending penguins strapped with dynamite after me.
They also have bomb resistant jackets because he loves his penguins.
Yes.
But yes, same penguin.
Okay, cool.
Protect the penguins.
And then any other questions? Now again, tonight we don't have to finish building the characters. Once we wrap up tonight, our first episode of Justice League Unlimited One More Hero will be next Tuesday, June 9th, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, same channel, twitch.tv/ArclightCourt. That will be episode 1.
Ark,
Yes.
you cannot say just same channel.
Yes, I can.
It's a Justice League game. Same arc time, same arc channel.
After that, episode 2 will be on June 23rd, and then episode 3 will be June 30th. We will have a break between episode 1 and 2, but all that is the order of operations for everything today. Now, leading up to episode 1, we can finalize all the various things for your characters. If we need to get better understanding on how some of the power sets may be worded, or organize the character sheet a little bit better to where it's easier to understand for you, all of those things, we will absolutely do that leading up to it. And then the night of episode 1, we will also be revealing those character sheets with D20 Culture in their Discord to be members of the Justice League for other people to use in their tables and their games, and have access to, these are other heroes that could fight alongside you. These are heroes that the editors who are running games for their friends can have ready to come in and help if need be, especially if that crisis die gets rolled. So these heroes, not only will they get to live on in our own stories and in our own, wonderful videos and things here, but they will also be made available for everybody in D20 Culture's Discord to add to their own games and have as heroes in the Watchtower to help them out. But if everybody's good, everybody's solid here, we're going to end for tonight. I want to thank everybody who was here, everybody who was around for this session 0. You got to meet 5 of the heroes, and your editor, the 6th, will be walking out of your dreams here sometime soon. Outros. When this gets posted, I will have a clip with everyone's social media plugged in at the back, so you'll be able to find everybody if they want to be found. If they don't make it weird. And you can follow them on all the various social medias that they have. Again, huge shout out to D20 Culture for sponsoring this, and I can't wait for you all to see this amazing series, Justice League Unlimited, One More Hero. Have a wonderful night, everyone. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you next Tuesday. Bye-bye!
Bye.
Bye.
Later.